So there are so many different ways that you can actually protect your mind. You can guard your mind. You can stand by and make sure that you are not allowing nonsense to enter into your own heart, into your own consciousness, while you exist in a world in which many people will attempt to persuade you. People will suggest things to you. People will coerce you to do certain things and to manipulate your mind to behave in a particular way, to think in a particular way, right? And so what I want to speak about is the level of skepticism you should have when you are observing the world. And although this may come from a hurt place, although sometimes people speak from a position of pain, a position of being hurt, of being wounded, it also elicits within oneself a sense of wisdom.
Exactly.
I am speaking from, yes, a hurt place, but also a place in which I've transmuted a lot of the things that I've been through and that I've experienced. I've sat with the pain and I've learned how to live with the pain. And not only to alleviate the pain from becoming wise, from making bad decisions, from making decisions that were rooted in ignorance. Before we even get into the aspect of interacting with other people, the main thing is to re-empower yourself by directing your attention inward, by directing your attention towards the things that you yourself can be doing to guard yourself from anything that does not belong, be it that your intention is to remain sovereign, be it that your intention is to be autonomous in a world where you may become vulnerable to things that do not serve you, your purpose, and the direction in which you would actually like to go. So moving in the direction that you would like to go with conviction, choosing that path, comes with sacrifices. It comes with becoming aware of the things that you actually must sacrifice. It comes with becoming aware of things that perhaps are very painful to become aware of. And so I'm here to assist you all in navigating that awareness, navigating the reintegration of the influx of information, that being that which I speak of, which is that expanded level of awareness. That can be very painful if we do not take the steps to integrate that level of awareness. So as we interact in our videos, your level of awareness very well may be expanding, and therefore your integration process must be taking place in real time. And there's a multitude of ways that you can go about that. The main thing I wish to speak on today is the simple fact that there are things that you can do inwardly. You don't ever want to prioritize pointing outward and making shifts externally so as to guard your mind, so as to guard your heart. You always want to assure yourself that you are prioritizing your self-empowerment, empowering yourself from within, as opposed to focusing on externalities. Right, so that is being responsible. That is taking responsibility for the things that you can do and not fixating upon what is happening externally around you. So number one, understand that when you go to sleep and you have these devices close to your brain, you are doing yourself a major disservice, and it is an easy fix. It is an easy correction that you can make to guard your mind, guard your vessel, guard your heart. These devices are very essential, and they are helpful, and they are beneficial, and you can do all kinds of things with them that will assist you in moving forward, assist humanity in moving forward. Wonderful devices, although you have to be responsible. There is no technology more valuable than that which is your own vessel. And when you have these devices close to your body while you sleep, you are corrupting the technology that is your vessel. You have to realize how essential it is to remove the devices from your place of rest to the best of your ability. If you could put your shit on airplane mode, if you could turn off your device, if you could put it as far away as humanly possible, away from your brain and from your being, from your technology, while you are sleeping, that would be extremely wise and easy to do. Our devices are almost like extensions of our nervous system, depending on the ways that you interact with them. So it might not be that easy, because imagine you leave your phone at home and then you feel all discombobulated because you left the extension of your nervous system at home. Or you're used to clutching so tightly onto your phone before you go to bed because you're escaping from something. You're scrolling and 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 scrolling. And I'm going to keep saying it because that's what you're doing. Right? It deserves more scrolling and scrolling because that's what you're doing. And that in of itself is something to be addressed. I'm not going to get into what it is that you do behind closed doors or what you do blatantly and what you encourage within your familial dynamic by doing that. Although what I am going to get into is the fact that when you do this right before rest, you are basically attuning yourself to whatever it is that this device is attempting to attune you. And trust and believe that it is, whatever is behind that, whatever design is behind the algorithm and what's being programmed into these devices, into these platforms, is specifically being designed so as to keep you in alignment with it, as opposed to you in alignment with you. You are the operating factor that allows you to be in alignment with you. As soon as you are relying on these devices to escape and to not look at your own power, which is what most people fear, that is when you lose autonomy, sovereignty, your ability to know what is going on, and you're questioning, why do I feel off? Or, oh, I feel off, I need this thing. Or, oh, I feel a little strange today, I don't feel so good. Of course you don't feel so good, because your phone was emitting a frequency all night, and for 3 hours prior to the time where you went to bed, you were clutching onto it. And then you went to bed and that phone continued to radiate this frequency that is very harmful to your cellular biology. So understand that you have power over that. Refrain or limit, set some limitations for yourself in respect to what you are looking at, especially before you go to bed. And when you go to sleep, get into the habit of turning it off. Or if you have to keep it on and that makes you feel comfortable because you need your alarm and whatnot, then just put it on the other side of the room. Utilize crystal technology to help with the frequencies that are being emitted from these devices, right? Like black matter crystals like shungite or obsidian, or what's another one? Black tourmaline. These things are beneficial to help with certain frequencies. And honestly, I'm no crystal connoisseur. I don't really know too much about crystals. I just like certain ones. Like, I love the black crystals for some reason. They just feel good to me. What do I know about them? Very little. I know very little about crystals. This is black tourmaline, and this is shungite. What do I know about them? I know that they're helpful with frequencies. I also have the scalar plasma, which I always tell you about. I sleep with the scalar plasma projector next to my bed. It has stickers with a technology. Every plasma projector has stickers that actually reduce that frequency. It creates a field around you, a protective field around you from these devices. Or you could get like a Faraday cage, which condenses, or it confines that frequency from being able to emit outside of that barrier. So you have to create barriers between yourself and the frequency of these devices. Easy to do. But if you don't recognize that as essential, or when I tell you this and you kind of just whatever it, or you've been subconsciously programmed to just whatever it, right? You might value it consciously and be like, yeah, she's really onto something. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Or yeah, I've been knowing this. But then you keep behaving the same way. That's because it's a subconscious belief that it doesn't matter. It does. So that's a tiny fix that will make all the difference. Does that mean that it gets easier and that you don't feel the heaviness especially as an empathic person, a person who's gifted. No, I'm not saying that this is going to be easy for you. I'm just saying that there's ways that you can interact with your experience so as to feel more vibrant, feel less off. Stop tuning in and tapping in with things that make you feel weird. Stop devaluing the reality of what it is, the responsibility that comes with having these devices, which took immense levels of sacrifice, not just personal sacrifice, but human sacrifice. Humans are literally being sacrificed so that we could use this. So to be as privileged as we are to utilize these things to make changes that are beneficial for humanity and self, we have to actually respect that privilege. We have to respect the fact that we have that privilege, and instead of disempowering ourselves and existing in a state that is intentionally designed to keep us disempowered, you have to elevate above whatever that is and say, no, I'm me, I'm sovereign, I'm real, I'm intelligent, I am gifted. Nothing can derail me from the path that I am on and what I am here to do. And you give yourself, you take it that serious. The level of clarity that I feel when I am just opening my eyes from rest, irrespective of the time that I'm waking up, is so immense that it becomes abundantly clear to me that the level of care that we should be having for our brains and our bodies is immense. We should be so diligent in taking these simple measures so that we can actually guard our mind, so we could guard what is true from what is false, right? And often people will be frivolous with their energy. You utilize the opportunity of a new day and you surrender it to a device that is extractive. It is as extractive as the process it took to make it, to make the device itself. And you are subject to all kinds of things that you oppose wholeheartedly. And without a certain level of discernment, without a certain level of self-care, you're not going to be able to make decisions for yourself. Or you're going to fall into these narratives that other people are making who are in that very same position. And so now you have what people say, the blind leading the blind. You're not seeing it. But when you start to take these measures and you give yourself 10 days, let this be day one. Day one. Tonight, when I go to sleep, I'm going to intentionally turn my phone off and put it into the other room, put it into the other space, put it on airplane mode. I'm going to spend 2 hours prior to rest not looking at my phone. 1 hour prior to rest, 30 minutes prior to rest, not staring at my phone. And next time when I see people speak on things on the internet, I'm not just going to immediately absorb it as the truth or as something worth listening to, even if I have that inclination. That's another great thing that you could do. A protective mechanism. Increase your level of skepticism based off of the things that you're seeing online, even if it seems correct. And allow yourself to consult with yourself, consult with God, consult with what you truly believe in. And I'm not here to, like, you know, push my beliefs onto anybody. I really don't care about that. I want people to simply be empowered to move in a direction that allows for all to be sovereign, and for us to move in a direction where we actually have clean water and air. Sound good? So I appreciate you guys for being here. Try it out. Do some research and recognize how powerful it is to do these little things, these slight shifts. It requires little to no energy, but it makes a huge difference, a world of difference. No. You need to relax, okay? Calm. Tranquilo, okay? Tranquilo. Yo soy muy tranquila. No. You want to play? Is that what it is? You want to play, huh? It is hot out here. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm scared he's gonna stab me. You're scary. Oh my. Look at this shit. Look. He's like literally trying to stab me. Okay, that's enough. No.